Today I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks in creating very clean and simple card designs. Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and I've got a clean and simple card using everyday doodles from Ellen Hudson, and I'm starting with a panel that's cut the same as the front of my card. I have just used the lines on my grid mat, and I'm going to be using my stamp press because I've got the Everyday Doodles stamp set, which is a two-step stamp set that has lots of little images and really fun, cute images. And one great way to use these images is to repeat stamp them. So by working on my card panel, if I do happen to make any mistakes, I'm not wasting a whole card base. I can just throw it away and start again. Because clean and simple cards really need to have the balance just right. Any imperfections are going to be noticed. And that brings me to the reason on why I'm using my stamp press today, because I really like to use this tool to make sure that I can line my images up perfectly, and I use the grid lines on the stamp press to do this, and I line them up on the edge of the piece of cardstock that I'm stamping on, and that way I know that my images are going to be perfectly lined in a straight line, and I can just eyeball the distance of the images apart from each other. If I want, I could also use the grid lines there as well, but you're not going to notice it too badly. And another good tip when you're only having a few images or items on a card is to use odd numbers. And here you'll notice that I've used 5 images on the one card design, and that just gives it a good visual balance as well. I'm using a little piece of acetate grid paper to make sure my stamp sentiment, which is from the Everyday Punnies set, which coordinates perfectly with these stamps. The whole stamp set sort of has lots of different punny sentiments. They're really fun to go with the images, and I just made sure that I didn't want to start stamping again, so I used my Misty. Now these layering stamps, like the second layer of these stamps, is really fun. It actually doesn't fill the whole layer in. It's sort of leaves a small white space around the area of the and around certain areas of the images, and that gives it a real sort of retro feel. And I've used some fun colors from Catherine Paula here, and I just eyeballed that. I didn't bother using my stamp press or my Misty to do that because it is a little bit random. It doesn't matter if it's not stamped perfectly. So it's good for all the stampers that have problems with lining up stamps. These ones don't have to be lined up perfectly, so you can just go for it. And it does come with a coordinating set of dies, which I've used to die cut the flower out. Now I'm adding my panel to the front of my card, and guess what? My ATG gun. Do you ever have that problem where the ATG, it's like it has the longest amount of tape in it and it runs out at the most inconvenient time? I don't get it. And one last tip is it's all in the details. So it's those small little details that really make a clean and simple card pop. So what I've done here is add one of the gorgeous flowers and also a Nouveau ebony enamel dot that I created myself. And I also decided to ground my images, and I simply did that with a Copic multi-liner. So if you like this video, please like it. If you haven't already, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you again here real soon. Till then, happy paper crafting. Bye.